But I need food. Food. Don't you want food? I need food. You can go to PayPal at Shanny Needs Love, and you can get me food there. What is
How you doing? I gotta make that into a super chat. Like seriously, $1.99 foods. What's up, guys? Carrie, hey, how you doing? And Guy here. This is for Carrie for a great stream the other day. Thank you so much. Hey, no Justice. It's been a while. Hey, Ray. Crash. So, bro. How you doing? How's that trunk? Foods. Chinese food. What's up? Let's see this. How you doing? Foods. How you guys doing? Yeah, so tonight a viewer sent me this video. I want to check it out. It's kind of Gman and how he really feels about Shanny and pot and marijuana and all that. So without further ado, I just started watching a little bit. I'm like, ooh, I think I can watch this one. So we'll watch this and then I'll pause and talk about it. But thank you all for being here and like the stream, folks. Folks! Haha! Folks.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Marked by God. I want to. I'm doing this on my Marked by God channel for a reason, and I'm not doing this on my main channel because my main channel, I think people are just sick of hearing about this. So I'm gonna do this here because I believe that this is extremely appropriate for this particular YouTube channel. I want to talk about Shanny for Christ, or what has become of Shanny for Christ here online. Now, we've heard all of the claims about myself, and you know what I mean, and how people view me and whatnot, and everything and whatnot. Like I said, it's all good. No biggie. People are free to lie to themselves so they're blue in the face. It makes them feel good. But I want to get into the facts of what's actually going on and what needs to be said about this situation. Because a lot of people think that I'm this judgmental jerk who, when you cross G-Man, he goes around saying that you're not a Christian. That's simply not the case.
Oh, okay. Did everyone hear that? So G-Man says if you cross him, it's not the case of saying that you're just a, atheist or not a Christian. Well, look at that. Look at that. From 2019 till now, I don't know what happened those 3 years, but he's totally different now because that's exactly what he does. And people are like, hey, how did you handle those people living in that house? Like, did it smell? Like, did you tell him to chill out on the child abuse? Nothing. So there's that.
There's a lot of people on here who have had arguments with that I did not accuse of not being believers. I might say that they're not being Christ-like. I might say that they're in the flesh. And I might have a certain way about going about saying those things. God just spoken. Thanks, bro. But I do want to say that I'm pretty consistent when I start looking at a person's life and I start saying, wait a minute, so you're a Christian, you're a follower of Jesus the Christ, you're a follower of the one who died on the cross and then rose from the dead. And I'm going to mention the name. And then we're going to talk about why I feel the way I feel about this particular person. We're talking about Shanny for Christ. We're not talking about Sabella. We're not talking about Jade. We're not talking about Fiona. We're not talking about Mr. We're not talking about the Holy Spirit. We're talking about Shanny for Christ. All right. Now, for those of you who don't know, Shanny, out of her own mouth, everything that I'm going to say on this channel is public knowledge, and everybody already knows this. Shanny was married to a gentleman by the name of Chris, I think. I don't know what his last name. Actually, I do, but his name was Chris. They was married for a little while. He helped Shanny raise a couple of kids with him, and things didn't work out. He cheated on her with her.
Whoa. All right, they didn't work out because she didn't want to get a job while Chris had a job. She cheated on Chris as well with Rev and you too. Just keep it real, please, G-Man.
Best friend, and they ended up getting a divorce. During that entire time that they was having this divorce, Shanny made a whole bunch of videos inviting everyone into her life and letting everybody know about, her financial situation and whatnot. And she had to go live with her mother. She lost the house and she was going through a real rough time. Some people in here did fundraisers for her. Some of us, tried to give her support, whether it be in prayer, whether it be by giving her advice. There were some people on here who made some critical videos about her. And there are some people on here who made videos to try to help and just leave a lot of comments in there to try to help her when she was going through that tough time. Then I'm not even going to go through the boyfriend and all that stuff and whatnot. Long story short, she ended up with Rev News and she got married, and her financial situation is completely different. When she was with Chris, she was cussing she was cussing a lot in her videos, and but at least the woman was on here preaching the gospel somewhat, sort of, kind of, and trying to talk about the things of God on her platform, or on her YouTube channel. She even did something called Back to Roots when she went through the divorce, and she was actually reading like the Bible on her YouTube channel. But I've noticed, hey, Brett, since she's actually gotten involved with Rev. And I should also mention something else. According to Shanny, for Christ, Chris had a lot of substance abuse problems. Now, Chris has made some videos about these things and talked about what he struggled with and what he didn't struggle with. And he was pretty upfront about it, obviously.
I don't know when he says substance abuse if he's just talking about pot or worse than that. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Got to get both sides of the story and whatnot. He doesn't agree with everything that Shanny said. That's all fine and well. But the point of the matter is, Chris was going through a substance abuse problem, and I think Shanny indulged in it a little bit. I don't think it was a lot. I think it was a little bit. Really? But they had a lot of problems and ultimately got a divorce and whatnot. According to Shanny, Revelation News preached the gospel to her, and she went from being an atheist, Satanist, or whatever she was, to being a Christian.
Yeah. Rev preached the gospel to Shanny with his penis.
So one of the reasons why she wanted to be with him, this is out of her own mouth, was because this was the man that she had formed a friendship with that helped her come to Christ. Okay. When the whole thing between her and Chris was going on, I believe they was talking on the phone. And while I don't want to go through a timetable because I could get something wrong, end up having to hear a 9-hour video.
I'll lower Gman because he's just loud and annoying. But yes, Rev. He introduced Shane to Christ with his penis.
About it, which I don't want to hear. She was talking to him on the phone or whatever, and they promised to get into a relationship or whatever. Long story short, you all saw the video. She ended up in a relationship with Revelation News. Now, Revelation News is also in substance abuse problems.
Oh, no shit. Tell me another one.
So obviously, the substance abuse things is not a turnoff for her. She was willing to be with one person who has substance issues. Now she's with another person who has substance issues. And we all know that Rev had problems with drinking and whatnot. And he knew that the drinking was bad. So I'm not judging Rev because he drinks, because I believe there's a big difference between a struggle and someone who outright just doesn't care what nobody think.
All right, but would you judge him for meth use? I'm just asking. I'm not stating. I'm just asking.
There's a big difference.
Question.
It's like there's a difference between a person who teaches something versus a person who receives it. It's really not the same thing. You don't deal with the person the same way. But anyway, while they were together during their marriage, courtship, or whatever you want to call it at that particular time, Rev got alcohol poisoning, and I think some of you call it water brain that he had.
That's the alcohol poisoning? Alcohol poisoning. No, G-Man. If someone drinks on the regular every day, it's alcohol withdrawal, not alcohol poisoning. Alcohol poisoning? What is wrong with alcohol poisoning? And he got water brain. He got waterboarded brain. Yeah, they were holding his brain over the thing and dumping the water over the towel. Like, no, it's wet brain, water brain. Man, I like to go to where G-Man went to college.
And now he's incapable of, I guess, taking care of himself now, and I guess Shanny has the responsibility of taking care of him.
Yeah, it's no poison.
Not going to go through the whole house and all that stuff and whatnot or whatever, but the point of the matter is, long story short, this woman, all she does when she gets out the day is smoke marijuana, cuss up a storm, and play video games. There is no...
Wow. Dude, what happened to you? How can you say this now? Cuss up a storm, smoke marijuana, play video games. No, you're right. I mean, now she's just smoking marijuana, cuss up a storm, and, she don't have power to play video games, but, almost the same. But wow, I don't know how he changed. She really must have been like, you can't talk about me like that online.
Sense of, guys, please pray for me. I got a really foul mouth. I need to stop cussing the way I do on my YouTube channel. She would just say, I'm not perfect, and I'm just going to be myself on there. That's not what Christ told us to do. And I'm going to get to all that in a minute. But she got this attitude that it's okay to cuss. she's got this attitude that it's okay to just do all of these things and then claim that she's
exactly, Alpha. It's a deficiency. You say, you guys are saying he got border alcohol poisoned. No. It's like, I don't know, G-Man, he tries to act smart, but then he'll say something overtly stupid like that, and then you realize how much of a little boy he actually is, that he doesn't know anything about the world, he hasn't had any type of life experience, what I'd even call it. So for him to speak on subjects as this, it's just really surprising to me. If he is quote unquote preaching the gospel, then somebody like him should have been to Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, NA meetings, passing out his word to help people, get clean. Because if you don't know, they say in those places, you got to find some sort of something to believe in. They don't care if it's a God. They don't care if it's the devil. They don't care if it's the chair. Worship the chair. Worship the water bottle. Whatever. But just don't worship yourself, because when you're narcissistic, you won't be able to change. And, no matter what it is. And I'm just surprised he doesn't know this, being this big preacher. But, it just reaffirms to me that he's just full of it.
He's a Christian. Confusing the whole world, giving, as far as I'm concerned, Christ a black eye by having people think that Christ condones this kind of thing. Okay? That's why a lot of times you'll see a person like myself go to the channel and say, repent. All that means is stop doing what you're doing. And
no, but I can definitely look at one of his recent videos. This was just one that I think is kind of interesting. He's so hypocritical. He'll say one thing in one video and then say something in another video.
Go back in the direction that you claim you was going in. You know what I mean? And that would mean to go back to Christ. But she doesn't seem to be very interested in doing that. She's wronged a lot of people here online. She never apologized to Brett King. She's never apologized to me. She never apologized to J-Dubs. She's never apologized to Evangelist Kim. She's never apologized to anybody on here that she's deliberately lied to or whatever. And she seems to be fine with it. Like I said, this is appropriate for this YouTube channel, not my main channel so much. I think it's really appropriate here, because when I start digging in that Bible, you're going to see what I mean in a minute. She called me a lazy scrub bum. She called me a lazy scrub bum.
And what did you do?
While she gets up in the morning, plays video games for a very large portion of her day, cusses like a sailor for a very large portion of the day, unrepentant now, and then she's smoking marijuana all day. And I'm the lazy scrub bum. If I was not a Christian, I think most of you know what I would be saying right now. So that's just nonsense, and it stopped bothering me a long time ago, because I think by now people are starting to see who just straight up lie about who's the scrub and the bum around here. But I didn't make this video to do that. I made this video because, number one, a lot of Christians are already doing this. She's being disciplined by the church. If I'm wrong about her salvation and Revelation News salvation, and yes, I could be very wrong about whether or not she's saved or not. I want to say this again. I could be wrong on whether or not she's saved. If I'm wrong about that, then what the church is doing right now is appropriate, because a lot of people just ain't fellowshipping with her no more. We're not fellowshipping with her no more. We're not talking to her no more. We're not calling her no more. The only people that's still doing it are the people that choose to wink at her sins. The things that we're not talking about a struggle, guys. Please understand the difference. We're not talking about somebody who acknowledges what they're doing is wrong. We're not talking about that. We're talking about somebody who willfully does it and doesn't have any kind of sorrow or anything going through them. There's no conviction that they're actually wrong about what it is that they're doing. So the church is correct for basically just having nothing to do with her. Hand her over to Satan for the destruction of the flesh, so that she'll repent. This is the advice the Apostle Paul gave to the believers that was in Corinth.
Now, again, for anyone new, you probably wonder, why am I letting this guy just drown on and on and on? It's just very interesting, because he's so the opposite today. Everything he says today about Shanny, she's doing great, and why anyone would talk against her. She's just a mom who lost her children. How dare us? We're all atheists, blah, 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 blah. Rev is so great, no matter what racist or nasty remarks they've said towards him. It's just interesting why we're here. He was agreeing with everything anyone ever said and still fighting with people. But now the difference is he's just on Shanny's side. And he's still fighting with people. I just think it's fascinating. But yeah, someone brought this to my attention. Hey, if you want to do a G-Man video, you should watch this one. He talks about her marijuana use, or about her playing video games all day, being a bad mother. I mean, everything I knew, but it's just interesting coming out of his mouth.
All right. But there should be some godly sorrow. There should be something
Yes,
there
he is.
that says, you want to know what I was wrong for what I did, at least for what she did. Everything that she did wasn't wrong. I don't think. Like I said, I think she had a right to change her mind. You know what I mean? She had a right to do certain things and whatnot, certain things. But the vast majority of how she's conducting herself and the things that she's done is not of God. This is not how a believer is supposed to live.
No
We're told in
shit.
Romans chapter 12, verse 1, that we're supposed to offer our bodies as a living sacrifice, pleasing and acceptable to the Lord. That we're supposed to have our minds renewed. There has to be a blatant difference between who you are now and who you were before you got saved. That doesn't happen until you offer your body as a sacrifice, and this change. And that's not what we see. That's not what we see going on there. She seems to be very proud that she's smoking the substance, and I'm telling you guys, this is going to open the door for a lot of us to start getting on substance abuse. There's some people in here that believe that there's nothing wrong with doing coke. There's nothing wrong with doing cocaine. There's nothing wrong with doing.
Whoa. G-Man, hold the Bible for a second. I thought we were talking about marijuana. Why are you talking about yayo? When did the conversation go to the Parmesan cheese, man? Like, how did we go from here to there? And dude, and that surprises me. Like, really? Like, who's doing coke? You're saying Shanny did, allegedly, in Minecraft or something?
LSD. There's nothing wrong with like doing acid or like or any of these drugs and whatnot.
Yeah, right.
She was reading the Bible and crying because she was attempting to seduce Rev. Wow, these are two interesting comments here. She was reading the Bible and crying because she was attempting to seduce Rev. She makes a conscious, willful choice to behave the way she does. She knows what she is doing and seems to enjoy doing it. I agree with both points there. Wholeheartedly, 100%. And she doesn't seem very sorry for it. So here's the thing. How can you, like in literally under a year, lose your husband, cry to everyone on social media about losing your husband? This is why I got to get Chris on my YouTube channel one day. So don't be surprised if I ever get him to agree to come on there. Just don't be surprised. But how do you go about crying? You lost everything. You lost your house, your apartment. You had to live with your mom and everything and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, you come into money and now you don't care what Christ got to say. This is how people fall away from the faith. When they put money on the altar and they start bowing down and worshiping it. When they start thinking, well, I don't have any needs. What do I need to pray to God for it anymore? And a lot of you are not going to like hearing this as atheists or no.
And you know what? With all his stupidity, G-Man's right here. You know, he's like, how are you able to like be like, I don't need God, I got money. And then now when she loses it, oh God, please praise Jesus, help me. Get me for a little dick guy to give me money again. I mean, I don't know, G-Man. You should ask Shanny that yourself. But you make a good point there, dude. I think you've been manipulated by Shanny, and your Stockholm syndrome is making it so you think that she's doing everything she can, but she did abuse those kids and allow the abuse to happen for years, and worse. And just she's an awful person, awful human being, of course, in my opinion. But everything I've ever seen that she's put out there just screams awful human being to me.
Unbelievers, but a lot, even some Christians aren't going to fully understand this, I don't think. But I think most of you should. The more we're in need, the more we'll get on our knees and we'll acknowledge God. And we will acknowledge the fact that we need help with something. Yeah. What does she really need help with? That's why I think God is letting her go through what
she did say that. You don't fight someone with money because they can get a lawyer and all that dumb stuff.
She's going through with the fibromyalgia so that she can be humble. Like I said, she's got all this resources. She has all of these resources now. I mean, the good that she can do now is like overwhelming. That both of them can do. They can kick butt and take names on here, but that doesn't seem to be what they want to do. It seems like what they want to do is just play video games all day long, yes, smoke marijuana, and cuss everybody out.
Your friend,
and that's her testimony. That is her testimony to Jesus. I went to her channel today and I left a couple of comments on there and I was like, no, both of you need to repent. I didn't just say her this time. I said both of you, because Rev sits there and allows this to happen. Now some people are going to say, well, G-Man, take it easy there a little bit. Rev, isn't all there. I can assure you of this. He understands enough to know what she's doing and why it's wrong.
You know, I really need to get one of these OGs that have been talking to G-Man from way, way long ago in the Google Plus days to come on the channel, because I really need to know what G-Man is about. I mean, obviously, I don't think he wanted to be in a community, like whether it's drama or talking about, the fatties or just, Bible stuff. Like, was he here for the Bible and then it turned into that because he met Shanny and she's all about the drama? I'm wondering how he got here. You know what I mean? To this spot to talk about this drama stuff, because it just seems like he just wanted to talk about Jesus and all that, but with his attitude and his blindness to things, I think it really pisses people off.
I don't believe that Rev has the willpower to stand up and say anything.
Me neither.
You'll notice in the previous relationship that she had with Chris, it was her on the camera and Chris was in a far distance and whatnot. Yep. She would be on camera and he would be away and whatnot until things got rough and he had to get on camera. And this is the same situation. He's under the same substance abuse problems and he's away from the distance. And I'm telling you, history's going to repeat itself. If Shanny, for Christ,
I'll say this. I bet Shanny had to do that with every guy if she had an online persona presence. They figured, let her do her own thing, she'll calm down, and then when she's done I can walk over there because I don't want to be involved. You know what I mean?
I don't even want to call it that. If Shanny, because honestly, I'm disrespecting my Lord and my Savior when I say that. If Shanny doesn't change what she's doing, she's going to get the exact same result she got with her previous marriage. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and thinking you're going to get a different result. If she takes a look at her own history, take a look at how she's behaving right now, and look at her previous marriage, she's pretty much doing the same things. Except this time she's not preaching the gospel. Fancy. She don't give a who if anybody goes to hell anymore.
I mean, Tansy, I'm fighting. I am fighting for the terms of service. I am fighting back a joke that I want to use with your statement. I think you can figure it out. But for the sake of terms of service, I will not say the joke. But yeah, because most people that are doing that, they're not looking for Christ. They're looking to get, something else.
You don't care.
Thanks.
Have a good one, Gman. She is very selfish, and Rev seems to be resentful. Rev is dependent and has been too generous. It is a pattern. Take care and don't sweat the small stuff. All right, file door. I got you. Queen Quag says, do you think that God is punishing Doc with his health condition? Come on, Doc. That's a completely different topic. A lot of these things are a case by case type thing. So I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Richard, what's up? Richard Hole. No, this is from 2019, from May 2019. I do have his recent stuff, but a viewer gave this to me, and they said I should check it out because it tells a lot of telling stuff about Gman. I mean, I know they say to people like, better late than never. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But Gman did. He did, and for whatever reason, I can only speculate, in Minecraft, my theories, my ideas that maybe Shanny, got sloppy with him, and then he stopped talking against her, bearing his, what he would call false witness, because he doesn't want to deal with Shanny's false witness. And those are those two mutton chops that she calls hands, smacking him in the face for 2 hours. Because she must have gotten physical for him to be like, he never talked like this ever again. I just think it's so funny that he was so, just like where everyone else is. Like, why is she doing this?
With that, I don't know nothing about his condition. She's a very bad example of what a Christian is supposed to be. People like her cause other people to be disgusted with the Christian faith, but tell her that, and she'll call you a Pharisee. Well, Trevor 2000, you're 100% right about that. People like.
I don't know, Brett, because if he had fetal alcohol syndrome, why would he call it alcohol poisoning? Bro. You would think he would know, what I mean, what wet brain is.
That will get turned off from the faith. When she was doing Back to Roots, I used to be doing other things, but I used to tune in to listen to her read the word. But that stuff that's going on that YouTube channel now, honestly, if they're going to live a lifestyle like that, they should do the church a favor and then ultimately just get off of social media until they get their issues taken care of. Because I believe that Shanny is addicted to marijuana. I don't think she can stop if she wanted to. I mean, think about it. You were broke, you have no apartment, you have no house. You look at all of the things that you could be doing to secure yourself for life, because she's not secure for life.
Whoa. What did you just say? Yo, seriously, somebody needs to clip this and send this to Gman ASAP. He totally forgot who he is or who he was.
I have no house. You look at all of the things that you could be doing to secure yourself for life, because she's not secure for life, but to secure herself for life. And she chooses to every single day because she believes the marijuana has the power to take away her fibromyalgia, and it ain't taking it away. I literally watched a YouTube video. he has Parkinson's disease. I didn't know that. Quee Quag, I didn't know that. But marijuana ain't gonna help that though. I'm sorry. She smokes all this marijuana, and now she's waking up saying she's sick. She's smoking all this marijuana, and she's still complaining about a fibromyalgia. It don't help with that.
Well, it does, but I wish you would say the alcohol. Please bring up the alcohol, because she be drinking all night and then getting sick the next day and then saying she's sick. Now with the alcohol, I got you, but with pot, it does help. You know, I mean, I have joint and muscle pain, you know, and it just kind of takes the edge off. I mean, nothing's a cure-all.
She needs to do some research and try to find a better alternative to dealing with the pain.
Right, Jesse?
Smoking marijuana isn't going to do it. Not to mention, it's a form of pharmacia. It's a form of sorcery. She's allowing this substance to control the way she thinks and how she goes about behaving and whatnot. Like, you got a person who claims to be a Christian that's introducing new forms of marijuana.
What is he doing?
I said this on her channel, and I'm saying it again. She needs to repent. Shanny, Jesus said that we're supposed to go into all the world, and we're supposed to preach the gospel to make disciples of every nation.
Shanny, Jesus said that that food was supposed to go to everybody, and you just ate it all. You weren't supposed to eat everybody's cake. You're supposed to share it. This is my cake.
Baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. We are told to love our neighbors. We are told to love our enemies, and we are told to love God.
Yes, you know what? You know, we're always silly here, but you are exactly right. You can be addicted to it. It's the ritual, but doing it. I know what you mean, bro. You know, sitting down with your friends, you know, sitting in a circle, getting out the roller, getting out the papers, the idea of it. You know, most people can get high off the idea of things than doing the things themselves. I've seen it done. You know, some dude walked into I was like working at a Quick Check. If people don't know, it was like some convenience store, and he was getting either money or something from the ATM, and I could see this dude just flopping around, jumping around. He was like a known like pillhead or something, but he was already high once the money got into his hands because he was going into the motions of it. So I know what you mean. You're exactly right.
We're told to forgive those, and trust me, I'm struggling with that myself. So I'm saying that kind of like with some grace. We're told to forgive those who trespass against us and people who sin against us. You don't do that, Shanny. I'm struggling with that. You don't like the fact that Brett came, told everybody what you was doing behind the scenes. What you was doing behind the scenes was wrong, and you need to first admit that to yourself.
Now, I don't know too much about Brett Keane. I always hear his name come up. But here, I want to finish her foods thing because, like, it's so funny. Like, you know, because this is back when Shanny was such a badass, and like, it's just funny to watch like what she turned to today.
What is your foods?
What do you mean?
Your PayPal.
Oh, it's at Red Dude.
At Rev Dude.
At Red Dudes
His
want foods.
PayPal.
You know what? If they were smart about marketing, they'd make a shirt saying "At Rev Dudes want foods."
Foods. Delicious chocolate. That would be good foods.
Hey, Raccoon Man.
I was watching Preacher, and she made pancakes.
That's a kind of food.
And with the pancakes was like chocolate syrup and whipped cream and sprinkles and shit like that. And I never thought that was pancakes before. If you want to, Sailing Mac. Foods. Foods.
God, this is so great.
Jesus. Please
foods.
help.
So it's just, I don't know. I think it's always good to look back and just to see how the mighty have fallen, and I do mean mighty. Oh man, why is she making that face?
Fuck fuck you, Aries, up your condescending fucking ass.
Now, for people like this, is the Shanny that we all knew. So to see her, like, I don't want people coming in my channel, watching my show, and thinking, "Oh my God, this Draven guy, he's so awful. He's talking about this abuse, overweight woman that just can't get it together because she has my fibro and she wants foods." And how could you? You're talking about these people. Well, how can I? This is how. Because this is the woman I was dealing with 90% of the time before her downfall.
You know, here's Drag in his room, and you fucking geniuses in Drag's room. He's talking about a vitamin that causes your urine to become like fluorescent, and none of you so-called fucking scientists didn't do. The so-called person who was just fucking ridiculed by fucking Aries 106. Saying, oh, I'm sure she'd be really interested in your stuff since she's been in the medical business since she's been 15, being a condescending fucking ass stating that I don't know fucking shit of what I'm talking about. I'm the only one in that fucking room that said it was riboflavin, aka B2.
Wait, hold on. Please say that again.
In that fucking room that said it was riboflavin, aka B2. I also put in there, but, you know, I'm stupid and I don't know anything, right? Fucking assholes. You fucking assholes. You fucking pricks out there pretending that you fucking know shit. You don't even know that it was fucking riboflavin. You didn't even know it was fucking riboflavin, and you're like pretending that you fucking know shit? And then condescendingly calling me fucking stupid when I actually knew the fucking answer? Because, yeah,
You guys are stupid, you know. You didn't even know it was called riboflavin. I knew, assholes. When you don't know anything about my riboflavin. I take it from my fibromyalgia.
Been in the medical business since I was a long fucking time because of my mom. I went from CNA to different works of all through it. You know, I've gone through nursing programs. I've done AMP.
Ooh, you see that snap
I just
in the
never
neck?
got my fucking degree because I ended up having babies.
Those damn bastards.
And I also switched it from nursing because I couldn't handle seeing people die on me.
Oh my God, you're dying? Fucking, were you a millennial
But
or
I ended
something?
up continuing to stay in the medical business as a CNA and then getting additional fucking training. That's very...
I mean, can you just, like, isn't it just so crazy seeing a overweight woman with a do-rag on talking all these swears with the serve the Lord Josiah quote behind her? It's just the hypocrisy. That's why I come here, folks, for the hypocrisy, for the downright insulting nature of it all. You know, there is good religious groups, I'm sure, out there that don't talk like this. Not even behind closed doors, not online, let alone online. That to make such a, you know, make it look like a joke. You know what I mean?
The training I got is equivalent to an LPN's training. It's just we don't have the fucking degree, and there's no such thing as LPNs anyway.
Okay, so for some people always ask about, was Shanny medically trained and everything, or did she ever go to school and this and that? She says she helped people, help the sick. There's her answer. So just to clear it up, to her, if she did something, some sort of schooling that might be close equivalents, but she didn't get a degree, she'll say that as her, you know, getting that degree, because that's how lost she is. She just kind of makes it up. But if she thinks it's what she does is equivalent to what a professional would do, she'll say that she has that. So you know, that's where she gets that from. She'll just make it up.
Because they were taken over because the medical industry is changing, and it was taken over by people like us. And instead of giving us degrees, instead they train us just like an LPN, giving out meds, changing.
I know, Carrie. I just like to mess with all he is until someone calls me out. Like, what? Damn, she even graduated high school. I don't even think she barely passed middle school. All right, 2 points for Carrie for that one.
Changing wound or, you know, bandages. changing catheters, changing stoma bags. I mean, how much can you go into, nursing and what to do? It's just I didn't have a fucking degree. So
Yes, I didn't have, because you didn't pass high school. 'Cause you didn't pass high school. Oh, you don't want to tell people that. Oh man, that is so great. I love that.
I went from CNA to different works of all through it.
What
You
you
know,
doing?
I've gone through nursing programs. I've done AMP.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
The training I got is equivalent to an LPN's training. It's just we don't have the fucking degree, and there's no such thing as LPNs.
Yo, how did she get training for this if she didn't pass high school? Like, what is this? Is this like my girl with beta sultanfuss going to the adults after school training? You know, you paid $25 and they're like, what are you doing here, kid? And she's like, I paid the money. Teach me so I could be an LPNs and tell everyone on the internet. I mean, really, she would have to do something like that because she can't even go to the class without having the diploma.
Anyway, because they were taken over because the medical industry has changed, and it was taken over by people like us. And instead of giving us degrees, instead they train us just like an LPN, giving out meds, changing wound or
What?
bandages,
Changing wounds.
changing
She's so stupid. Everyone changing wounds. Yeah, wounds the thing that you're gonna change. The bandage you change.
catheters, changing stoma bags. I mean, how much can you go into nursing and what to do? It's just I didn't have a fucking degree.
All right, you don't need a degree to change to clean the toilets at an old folks home. Just throwing that out there. You don't even have to even graduate high school. She did that for like a couple of days, and she acts like she was helping the sick. I was in their hospice care. Then why didn't you go visit your parents when they both were in hospice at separate times? That's another thing that bothers me. That she always used to talk shit to people about all her medical training, quote unquote, that she doesn't have. And all this, even though she didn't graduate high school, but she never had the time to say goodbye to her parents. They had the money still at that time. There's literally no excuse why she couldn't do that.
So instead, I'm treated like fucking trash that I don't know fucking shit about the medical business because I don't have a fucking degree because I decided to have babies instead of going to fucking college.
Did she really say that, Carrie?
And even though I still have 6 years of fucking college under me, okay? I should be having a fucking master's degree.
First of all, everything is under you. Second of all, why would you have a master's degree? Why would you didn't graduate high school, stupid ass?
But, I have the same education as a master's degree, but with no fucking, degree because
you didn't graduate high schoul.
I changed things, and I was fickle, and I didn't know what to do with my fucking life. Because really what I always wanted to be was just a housewife and a mom.
Fascinating.
I know. To the feminist movement, it's like, oh, you're a lazy piece of shit. No, there's actually women out there that actually want to experience being able to raise their...
Why, you think she looks like, what's his name? Macho Boy Randy Savage?
Kids. And not, have this career where they're ignoring their children and putting themselves first before their own kids.
Hey, Valentine. Well, yeah, sure. But even if you hate your parents, I get that. Especially fathers. But I think they're just like people, just like anybody else. No one's got a handbook, right? Hey, this is life, and this is how you be a parent, or this is how you be a child to your parent, or anything like that. Sure, it's an excuse, but I just think if she would say all this stuff about medical degrees and stuff and hospice care, she could have been able to go say goodbye to her parents. And with all that shit, I mean, she still talks shit about them. And to me, it's just gross. I mean, yeah, sure. I never will know the story of what went down over there. It would have been interesting to, be a eye on the wall to their lifestyle. But I think Shanny was she treated them like she treats everybody else. But the apple don't fall far from the tree.
I put my children first, so fuck you guys for that shit.
What?
Like, seriously.
No, you don't.
But I'm at the point in my life where my kids are growing up. They don't need me as much anymore. I need to do something with my life. I'm feeling very, very useless. So I want to go back and and finish the psychology degree that I started.
Well, you better go, to a good enough diploma school first and get that.
A long time ago. I finally have it. I want to get it. I want to do it. And I'm finally in the place where I want to go, I'm finally there. The college that I've wanted to go for psychology for so long in my life, so I just have to get everything ready to get it put together. And then I can finish my fucking degree. But all you motherfuckers out there fucking saying I'm fucking stupid, and here you motherfuckers, you're in fucking college. So you have just as much fucking educational experience as I do. You don't have fucking degrees. You're in fucking college, but I'm the stupid one, but I'm the only one who knew that fucking answer when there was doctors in that room and college educated students, but I knew it, but I'm stupid because I don't have a fucking degree, but I have as much college experience as any other motherfucker in that fucking room. So fuck you guys, up your fucking ass. I'm so fucking done of you fucking guys always.
Yo, how did we go from 0 to 100? What happened? Like, I was writing something. Some people swear so much it just kind of rolls off so fast. You don't even know how many times they said the F word. It's hilarious.
Fucking being so condescending to me, and I'm trying to be fucking nice to you assholes. So fuck you, up your ass. I don't give a fuck. I am a PMS and fucking witch from hell right now. I don't appreciate being called fucking stupid all the fucking time because you ignorant asses. At least I knew the fucking answer. None of you.
Oh man, those were great, folks. Here, I'll put boring Gman back. Yo, really, he's boring. This dude is boring. I don't know how anyone can make content out of him. It's like talking about Letitia. And I know, you guys want me to talk about the titty. The titty lost a little baby because of her problems. Hey, Charlie, what's up?
And then go public and apologize to Brett King, or to go to him in private and apologize to Brett. Hey, Shanny is a rich white woman. She can do what she wants to anyone she wants. Let me ask you something, Will Shack. Is Bill Cosby wealthy? Where is he?
He's in jail.
Right now,
no,
right?
not anymore.
Money don't guarantee nothing for you these days, right? Poor people going to jail, rich people going to jail, rich people being found in bathtubs dead and all this other stuff and whatnot. Money don't guarantee you a whole lot. It just makes life a little bit easier, to be honest. But it also brings a lot of problems. That's why I don't envy either one of them. Because if that's what people do when they get their money, I don't want no part of that. So Shanny, this is what I believe that you and Revelation News need to do. You guys need to get on camera and y'all need to address the people that you think you influence. Because right now, that negative influence is on Hannah Stout. That negative influence is being put on a lot of people that actually still support you. And if and when you get convicted about what you're doing, just imagine how much spiritual damage you're doing to those people.
Blah, blah, blibbity, blah. I just think it's funny, though. I wish he was like that today. It'd be so great if he was like that today. G-Man, you need more balls.
So many people, well, not many people, just one troll. I'm just going to give him an answer because I'm that way. Anyway, I've been asked, why do you disable comments? And why do you block people? It makes you look weak. So? Does it make me look weak? I don't know if it makes me look weak. I mean, Why would it make me look weak? Because I don't want to deal with
Really?
irritating comments all the time. I don't want to deal with hate all the time.
Sure, are you for real? So your neighbor, her husband harasses you while you're like, like gardening? Like what? He'd be like, hey, why don't you garden over at my house? I got some gardening way down there. Down there, really down there in the corner. Hold on. I gotta get my gardening camera out. Hey, Isabella, what's up?
I'd rather talk to my friends
How
in a
you
private
doing?
setting than, frankly, around a bunch of trolls on the internet. Maybe it was people like Rev News
Oh,
and people like Gman that suggested, hey, maybe you should block people and maybe you should disable your comments so you don't have to deal with that stuff anymore. And I was like, you know what?
oh man, they made it less fun.
That's a dang good answer. I should be doing that. I should be allowed as a United States citizen on my own page to do what I want. I figured maybe YouTube put those things for a reason. If it makes me look like I'm weak, well, okay. If it makes me look like I'm a coward, okay. But that's solely from your perspective. See, it's not like I can't take the comments. I can take.
Yeah, so she used to make videos like this all the time until she realized, you know what, maybe I shouldn't show where I am. But she didn't really care this much because she was like stay with her parents and she just hates them so much. What's wrong with doxing their address? Whatever. That's just par for the course for her. But she learned right away that, she probably shouldn't do that when she has strong opinions on things.
Take them. I can take all the hate I can muster up. Well, I don't hate. I'm a lover, not a hater. People just don't like to hear the truth. It makes them angry inside, and then they're like, you told the truth, you're attacking me. So am I your enemy now that I tell you the truth? Yeah. See, that's one thing you guys don't get, is I really don't care what a bunch of hateful pieces of
Strong
shit
opinions.
have to say. You can pull in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what you said.
I really don't care what you guys think, to tell you the truth. Frankly, I didn't care what Fiona had to say. I made a point. My point was, you guys are going to keep bringing hate and hate and hate and hate. And I disabled my comments and didn't talk to people for a long time for a purpose. I'm not dealing with atheists no more.
Again, why is everyone an atheist?
Which is why I went specifically after Fiona's heart. Because, see, while she's mocking and ridiculing and laughing at people all the time, mainly people who she says are her friends, which is
I will find out. I believe it's 2019, but I will find out.
full of shit. She really doesn't give a shit about you. See, I have my purposes.
Because the other
I have
one
my
was
reasons.
from 2019.
And, since YouTube gives me the ability to do things that I want on my own channel, I have the freedom to do what I want on my own channel.
I know. I bet you guys are like, wow, Shanny used to go outside. Like, yeah, she did. She used to go outside to have her cigarettes because her parents wouldn't let her inside. You would have thought that would be something that she would have brought to her own place when she had children. Like, hey, people don't like that. Maybe I should, go outside with my pot and my cigarettes because I don't want to get my kids hot. But to Shanny, she's like, this is stupid. Why am I out here? She don't get it,
I don't have to explain this to you. I'm just saying.
Hanging out in
It's
her
my channel,
car.
and I can do what I want on my channel. Again, I can do what I want on my channel. If I want to disable comments, I can.
Yeah, you just put one out.
I do it
Waste.
for your benefit, because I know how much you guys want to just say all the hateful things you can muster up to me, because she...
And you know what, folks? She's definitely one of those people that they would say, people like this, that they're just smoking to look cool. Literally. They're not smoking because they have a habit. And like Justice said before, she has the idea of putting a cigarette to her mouth, the motion of it, that can be addicting. The ritual of it all. Because I don't think she was getting any nicotine. Because as soon as she blows it in, she blows it right back out. Like you're supposed to hold it, like for a little bit.
You guys are sad-faced right now because I'm
smoked for a long
blocking a lot
time.
of you. I'm not watching your videos. I'm not subscribed to you guys. Because I'm not after hate. I'm after love.
And money. And baby carrots.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Ew.
But see, yesterday was different. Yesterday, I don't know. I did what I did. Why? Because I'm sticking up for my brother. I'm sticking up for my brothers, in fact. I'm sticking up for all those nasty, perverted comments you like to make, and I really don't want that on my channel. I don't want nastiness on my channel.
Well, then, don't show yourself on camera.
Because, frankly, I did what I did last night. Did it make me feel good? Absolutely not. I hated doing what I did. But the point was to show your hateful intentions of your heart. See, I had to say just one thing, and I got a barrage of people attacking like demonic demons.
I gave you guys a poll because we were talking about doing a part 2 to our great, amazing, and if you haven't checked it out, it's on the channel. This interview I did with Carrie, who was a former little friend for a while. Just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because she's a good person, and Ahmad for Shanny for Christ, and we got through part 1. I know there's a little bit more to tell. And we kind of cut out a little bit at the end because she's still learning how to use the mic and everything, which is fine. Not everyone's tech savvy, folks. So yeah, I would like to know if you guys be interested in that. So vote, and that could be a lot of fun if you want to do a part 2. I know she would be interested in, so you let me know, folks. Folks.
See, my brothers in Christ, my sisters in Christ, they know how to get a hold of me. They're the only people that I really, really want to talk to anyway. See, because you atheists out there, you don't know how to love. You don't even want to love.
Oh, wow.
You want to hate. See?
All right. Well, by the way, what the poll says, that is a 100% yes.
$800. I spent
Gman gave me the best dick the other day. It was so good.
Boom.
David Anthony donated $5 through Super Chat.
Thanks,
I just
Dave.
got home from my job and eating a steak dinner. Sucks to be you, Shanny. Enjoy begging for scraps. Maybe Gman will throw a piece of chicken.
Thanks, David. Yo, David, do you eat steak every day? I think the last time you sent me the Super Chat, you were like, I just got done eating steak. That's awesome. It's like, hey, whatever, fuck it, eat steak every day. But thanks, bro. But you see, Shanny, you could be having steak every night like David Anthony if you were just a cool person and you weren't so crazy with your lies. All right, so because you guys want to see it again, Carrie, I'll talk to you on Discord and we will set it up again because and we'll make sure we're ready for a part 2. But yeah, thank you, folks, for letting me know that.
I gave you a little cookie yesterday. A little cookie, and you just shit all over the cookie.
Yeah, same here.
Showing the true intentions of your hearts toward me. So I was like, okay, I'm going to filter out some people. I'm tired of their bullshit. I want to see which ones are two-faced, which ones are for me. I got which ones are for me, and I got ones who are against me. It was simple. It was mathematical. It was logical. It wasn't emotional fueled, unlike Fiona, who's like, oh, you told the truth about me. Sorry, dude. You don't come to America and start groping people. I mean, I'm going to have a series, actually, or I'm going to go this weekend. Hello, how are you? I'm going to have a series this weekend where I'm going to be going around all of Duluth asking people a question. Is it appropriate to touch someone on the bum? A perfect stranger and say, just because it's for the laughs, it's okay for them to do. Get a little census going, seeing what true Americans have to say about such a topic. Do I care what you guys have to say? No, not really. Because all you guys have to say is nothing but hatred in your heart. See, I love Fiona still. I just told the truth. She didn't like to hear the truth. She didn't like to be called out. She never likes to be called out. And then she has her little...
Yeah, that was someone else that she was having a fight with, because Shanny fights with everybody. All of her mods, all of her people that support her, she falls out with literally everyone. The only person she hasn't really fallen out with was, Gman. Well, she did in the past, but, like, she tries to keep it civil because literally that is the only person she has left.
Little protectors go protect her while she sits back and she's like, ha ha ha, I have my minions. Ah. See, that's actually weak. I'm a lone wolf. Well, not a wolf. I'm a rogue believer in Christ, doing what she may in my own little world. Why? Because I can.
She's so tough.
Because I know how much it infuriates you that you can't spread your hate to me. I think that's logical. I don't think that's weak at all. It's not weak.
All right, well. I don't see a name, but thank you for subscribing. Oh, giggity. So this is Rev from 2018. It's just 55 seconds. Wow, before I finish that one. Well, welcome to the crypt there. Giggity? Is it Giggity? I'm sorry, I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Yeah, welcome. JWE says welcome. We have crazy fun here. We laugh at this locale. Ha ha!
Here's another one. Miss Star. Miss Star. Listen, I know you've done the same type of stuff that Scott has done.
Man, this video is awful.
All right, I'm going to say this very calmly. I have a man that knows...
Oh, hold on. Please say that again.
I have a man that knows how to get your personal information.
What?
He knows how to find you. Stop talking about my wife.
She ain't your wife. But wow, like, I'm surprised he would just throw out a threat like that. Hey, Janet, what's up? Welcome to the crypt. We crazy here. But hopefully you're crazy too.
Stop. Stop slandering her.
Oh.
$800. I spent
Gman
$100.
gave me the best dick the other day. It was so good.
She said it, not me.
Carrie donated $5 through Super Chat. Foods.
Thanks, Gary. Foods. Seriously, I just want to watch that video like over and over again.
Stop hating on her.
Okay. Yeah, Rev's veiled threats. Don't you just love that? How Rev would just like threaten people. Stop hating on her, and then like it just cuts out. Thanks, Gary.
Ah, Jim W. See, this is my new obsessive troll right now, is this Jim W dude. Well, you know, is phone sex permissible? Well, it is when two parties are permitting for phone sex, I guess you could say. But see, that's all you guys obsess about is sex and hatred, because you guys are so consumed by your flesh. Now, what I do on my off time on YouTube is none of you guys' business, frankly.
Yeah, that ain't
None of you guys' business. Oh, and Jim W., I want to give you a little friendly advice. Don't come into my chat when I open it. I just blocked you. You see how that works? Anyway, Vane, hi Shanny. Go Gigi had to flee Florida to the north. She was flipping out and thought the storm would kill her. I'm sorry about that. I have family in Florida right now. But, her and her boyfriend left 2 days ago. Well, good for them. They need to leave Florida. It's an awful place right now. Vane. Have a decent day. Peace out. See, that's how that's a respectable conversation right there. I'll allow him. I'm not going to block people who are decent human beings. See, because for months, I've heard nothing about you guys saying I've sexually harassed Rev Nudes. I've sexually harassed Gman. Blah, 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 blah. And I put up with a lot of it.
Man, Rev should have just stayed away. Even people were even warning him then. Maybe you shouldn't hang around Shanny. You know, maybe Shane's too good for you, right? Too kosher. Maybe explore other options instead of taking on a big woman with her children that obviously have some issues that are here before you even get into the picture. You're just gonna make things worse. I'm telling you, folks, people need to really think about things, in my opinion, when they go into a big life change like that.
I put up a lot of the pain and suffering and blah blah blah, and really, my heart is not for that hatred and that sexual talk. I have no need for it anymore. Trust me, I'm good.
I mean, Mr. Unite, I started watching Scammy in 2019, late 2018, early 2019. And then I waited till like the end of 2019, early 2020 to make like my first official video on her. But I didn't watch her prior to that. I would have loved to have watched her in 2016 to really get the, or 2017 to get all this where Rev wasn't in the picture yet and Chris was still there. Because I feel like I would have had more of a clearer picture on what went on. I mean, I hear from everybody else, but it's good to hear from the OGs that've been there from even then, like Drag.
Anyway, yeah,
right.
I block and disable my comments because I feel like it. Because I really don't want to hear your shit. That doesn't make someone weak. That's mainly doing the mature thing and not hearing people be mean, vicious human beings and be trolls and keyboard warriors thinking, oh, I'm going to teach her, blah, 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 blah. Because you really can't stop me. No one ever could stop me. And no one could ever stop me running my mouth. Because I'll run my mouth as much as I can.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys have a good day. Huh? I have better things to do with my life than to deal with hatred, frankly. But see, that was why I did what I did last night, is to expose your hatred. And now, everyone sees it. Congratulations. You have been shown as haters. Ha 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 ha. And two-faced and backbiters, in fact. See, it's okay for them to say whatever they want to me, or about me behind my back. But when I finally say something, oh, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah, because by the time you turn around, it's tomorrow.
No. You guys are the evil scum, and someday you're going to have to account for every word you say, like I am. The only problem with you guys is my defender is Jesus Christ. Your defender is yourself. And you guys got no excuse.
What?
I got a great public defender, let me tell you. My defender, instead of him being like, oh, she did this and this and this and this, my defender's going to be like, well, this is what I did. And God's going to hold him accountable for what he did.
Wow.
You guys, you just got yourselves. Good luck with that, standing behind, in front of the Almighty and trying to explain that reasoning. My side is always with Jesus. Hello? Do you not see my name? Shanny for Christ.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I thought she said, David, Anthony, you're still here. She looks better now. Hey, David, you would know this more than anybody here. I thought she said that her name, Shanny for Christ, had nothing to do with the Christianity, and it's just like it wasn't. She wasn't pushing Jesus Christ, and now she just said differently. So she lies all the time.
Is love. Jesus Christ speaks the truth, and people can't handle it. Unfortunately, I'm not the weak one. Fiona's the weak one because she can't handle a little bit of truth and a little bit of conviction without acting like a big, giant baby and two-faced and vicious. See, none of this would have happened if she didn't come to me the way she did. She could have been like, yeah, I'm sorry, I repent, like normal Christians do when they're rebuked. She didn't. She acted like the heathen. The heathens she likes to hang out with. Why do the heathen rage? Why do the heathen rage? Because the lust of their heart and their heart is darkened. That's why. Anyway, have a good day.
Pizza marinara. Oh, no pizza marinara. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry. I know you're like, wow, how could someone talk to people like that? Remember, this is the same woman. This is the same woman.
I wish this world would work.
Can you say broken? I think it's just karma, though.
I've given it my all in life. I'll be honest.
Thanks, Isabel.
Foods.
Okay. I just needed to hear it. Because I know I played that video, but I love it. I love it, folks. I love foods. I love foods, folks. Foods, folks. It's a scepter. It's a scepter, folks. It's a scepter.
A nice cozy bed just for me.
Yeah, I bet you don't have that anymore, huh?
You know what? I really am enjoying being single. I think Gman's right about it, to tell you the truth. You know, for a while I was like, oh, I don't have a man. Poor me. And then I realized I like who I am.
Oh yeah,
like
arrogant
who I am.
Shanny never.
And it doesn't matter what other
never
people
gets old.
say or do. I like who I am. I'm a child of God. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And I also do a lot to expose people. Speaking of which, it's on the archive. Why don't you put those other videos? You know, I made a exposing Fiona onto your page, especially the one where she's showing live that she was groping Gman. Yeah, I doubt you'd actually do that one because it makes one of your.
I think Celebrity Juicer has that. I need to get a copy of it. Every time I try to get it, I can't find it. I had my hands on that whole video.
Friends look bad, but that's okay. That's okay. I understand. You know.
There's some music in the background. I can't really hear so much of that, but I'll go back to G-Man. See, it's just a little smorgasbord tonight. I just watch because I can't watch G-Man in one sitting. You know, he's like that poop that won't come out, and you need me as a suppository. But like this,
and it's not good. It's not of God. You're not bringing God no glory, getting on camera, getting high every day. And I keep asking you this: what is the difference between you, Shanny, and the person who goes to a crack house to get their fix? Like seriously, what's the difference? What's the difference between you and Rev, or you rather, and you going? Sorry, guys, 1 second.
Going to get
That
a
didn't help
crack.
But anyway, what's the
What
difference
do you know,
between
Rev? Or
you and the guy that goes to the crack house to get his little fix? Like there's no difference. He's not preaching the gospel. Neither are you. That person's getting high. So are you. He's justifying cussing everybody out, and so are you. What you need is CBD oil, which does not cause a high. It helps tame. That girl likes to get high. I agree, Trevor 2000. I agree, but what is CBD? I never heard of that before. You talking about cannabis oil? They're a bit crackish in their weed use. And you know what the funny thing is? This is what you guys don't know. Revelation News is because they don't live over there in PA no more. They live in Colorado. And and mind you, again, that's public knowledge. His family doesn't even know where he is. They don't even know what's going on in the house. And I almost feel like it's my responsibility to call them and tell them what the heck is going on up there. Like I said, playing video games, cussing everybody out, and getting high.
Why was this such a problem in 2019, but in 2022, when now everyone sees that there's child abuse going on? No, that nothing happened. No, they're not going to get Parent of the Year awards, but nothing like you guys were saying, you damn atheists, dirty atheists. Oh, he's lying. Oh, he's lying. The Lord's going to beat you, right? Give us boiling backs or some dumb shit.
Every single day. This isn't once a month. This isn't twice a month or every 90 days. This is something they're doing every single day. They're going to be dead by the time they're 30-something. Actually, she is 30-something. By the time they're 40. By the time that girl's 40, she's going to be dead.
Well,
and worthless.
Poor.
And so is Rev.
You got the right about worthless.
I like what Ken had to say when he sent the money to bribe him to her side of the argument. Good laugh about that. Yeah, Evangelist Ken told me on 2 separate occasions that she sent him money, and I told him that he needs to send it back because what she's doing is that she's holding that over people's heads. And he did his own research and he saw it. Because it is true. What she's doing to other believers, she's doing to Christ. And what she's doing to Rev right now, she's doing that to... Well, actually, it's debatable because if you're saying he has Parkinson's disease...
There you go.
And if you're saying that he has water brain or whatever it is that he has...
and
Rev is just being manipulated, being played, and being used by her right now. Then an argument can be made that, okay, maybe he is who he says he is. He just doesn't have the willpower to fight Shanny. That's going to be a really interesting house when Rev gets his faculties going again. That's going to be a really, really interesting house.
Then you knew he was messed up.
I'm going to tell you. And that's what we got to pray for. We got to pray that the man at the house start being the man in there. Start letting her know that what she does reflects on him. Because he allows it to happen. And it's his money and his resources she's using to do it.
Wow. Okay there, bigot. Okay there, Mr. Patriarchy. Yeah, you know what? I normally don't say anything about that, but like, that's really messed up what he said. And as a man, do not agree with anything he just said just now. Women can do anything they want to do, and you're the man of the house. You gotta tell that woman, I'm gonna beat you. Go get me a switch, and I'm gonna go beat her in the backyard and be like, you're gonna wear that long dress, and you're gonna be lower than 12 inches. Like, dude, that way is where are you living right now? She's using your resources, you know? You gotta keep that woman in line and beat her. Like, I don't get it. Hey, Misty. He's so messed up.
Doc Savage. Oh, okay. My bad, Fidor. Doc Savage has Parkinson's disease. Okay. I didn't know he had Parkinson's disease. Again, I don't know what his story.
I get you on that. And all I can say is not everybody is not like him and Shanny and Rev. To me, this ain't any type of religion I've ever seen. You know, I know there's other problems with the religion, so I know. Won't get into them, but their way is more like a new age Christianity where you just kind of have a subservient female. But you know what? She isn't subservient. She's beating the crap out of these guys. So I don't understand. Like, you got this woman beating the crap out of men, abusing children. You got Rev abusing children. And then you got him saying, yeah, woman, she's taking your money, your resources. You got to beat them, beat them until they do what you say. Like, I don't understand this energy and where it's coming from. This is definitely low, small dick energy. Definitely, he doesn't, he's just not with anybody. So he doesn't know how to talk to people, let alone have a relationship with a female.
Sure he is. So I'm
Or
not
even
going
a
to make a
man.
judgment or say anything regarding why he has it. Okay, yeah, Doc has Parkinson's disease. Okay. I don't know why Doc has it. So I know
Yeah.
more about those two than the average person on here on.
Yeah, Christians or Catholics. There is. I agree with that. I just mean not all. But I just can't. I can't just. Yeah, I know you and me. We talked about stuff like that. But even me, I'm like, that's too much. That is, joking is one thing, but this dude is not joking. He ain't laughing about it. He's 100% serious. You got to tell that woman, put her in line, all that stuff. Like, dude, what is this? Where do you live? Like, he's just, I don't know. Even in 2019, this wasn't acceptable. This wasn't acceptable in 1990.
YouTube, and even some of her so-called best friends on here. I know a lot about them because I was living in the house and I know things that I probably shouldn't know. But the point of the matter is that Shanny's got to stop calling herself for Christ because she's not for Christ. Ms. Star was partially. Ms. Star was correct when she said that it was all about her. Because if this was about Jesus, we would hear. I mean, I would be able to go back on her channel, hearing about how we need to stop doing these things and come to Christ. She doesn't do that no more. She doesn't give a hoot what Jesus Christ has to say. But let Rev tell her to do something. Boom, she's gonna go do it. When Rev tells her to go make something to eat, she does it.
What?
When Rev tells her to do something with the kids, she does it.
No, she doesn't. What are you talking about? Why would you say this? You see, maybe this is part of where I would call the disconnect, where the disconnect started to happen with him. Because he actually believed that Shanny was doing whatever Rev said. And okay, granted, in the beginning of the relationship, Shanny did have to pretend that she would be like that and do things for him. And she'd be like, oh, we could have a channel together and this and that. Like, she was totally gassing him up. But as far as go take care of your kids, no, Shanny wasn't doing that ever. I've seen many videos.
Jesus tells her to repent. Well, talk to the hand, and then goes about her life and whatnot. That's what she's doing right now. That's where she is. That's from the implant, but without the mind-altering results. Great for pain. I wish I could find it in my state. Well, maybe you guys should make a few YouTube videos about that particular plant to her. And the funny thing is, she probably knows about it already. She just wants to, get high and make excuses about smoking the marijuana that she's smoking. But Shanny, I'm gonna treat you like I treat anybody else on here, okay. Especially since you think you can do anything you want since you got a little money in your pocket. Number one, anybody who chooses to live for themselves and ignores what Christ said to do, and that is to believe on Him, believe in the resurrection, and just turn from your sins. If you're not going to do none of that, then woman, you're going to the same place that the rest of the hypocrites are going to go to, and that's the lake of
woman. Yo, I don't know. Like any other guys in the chat, when he talks like that, I feel like I'm a damn caveman. Woman. Woman. Like,
fire. It's God's judgment on sin. If you choose not to repent, you're going to suffer. Worse than you're suffering now, but for all of eternity. And there ain't no amount of oil, there ain't no amount of Advil or anything like that that's going to be able to help your problem in those days. You need to think about that. Like, are you really prepared to put greenbacks ahead of Christ? Like, you are literally putting a house before Christ. You're putting your money before Christ. You're saying that everything. Like, how is that denying yourself, picking up your cross and following Him? How is that losing your life in order to find your life?
Like, I don't understand how religion, or I mean, this may be a naive statement to say, but I don't understand how religion or politics ever brings in someone saying, I'm bigger than you and I'm stronger than you. You do what I say. I'm the man and you're the woman, or whatever. Well, if it's gonna be you do what I say, I'm bigger than you, then shit, I should be the president. I should be the leader because I'm bigger than everybody. Like, seriously, no one I've ever met is over 6 feet tall. So, like, for real, this little man, it really wants to play that game. Okay, then do what I say, dude. Like, I don't get this. I don't understand how because of religion, you got to do what I say, and blah blah blah. Like, no, we are all equal, folks. Especially here at the crypt. This is the equal neutral zone. I'm not about all that crazy nonsense. To me, that never made sense. That will never make sense to me. That's dumb. We all. I mean, look at that. Shanny can beat the crap out of Rev, and she's a woman and he's a man. So yeah, that's dumb. We are all equal.
Like, how is that abstaining from the sins of this world? Christ said, in this life, you're going to suffer persecution.
Yeah.
There ain't no getting away
100.
from that. And you ain't got enough money to avoid that. Because if that was true, there's a lot of very powerful Christians and very rich Christians who are being persecuted every single day, who can't seem to run from it either. And they would be able to. Your money isn't saving you from nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me sick hearing this type of talk. You know, like I'm not into it. You know, I've met women that could kick Gman's ass in 2 seconds, and even smaller sized women. You know, don't judge somebody by their size. Do not. They always got the craziest Napoleon syndrome, and they will flip you over a table in 2 seconds. You know, it's I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable when he's like, woman and this and that. It's like, dude, you don't, like, stop it. Maybe that's why you're still single, bro.
So anyway, in my little picture I had on here to start this, I was talking about faith without works. Anybody can walk around here and claim they believe in Yahshua or Jesus, Hamashiach, and all those other stuff. They can claim that to their blue in the face. That's lip service. Jesus said, "Why do you call me Lord?"
Well, Misty, I mean, I get why he, you know, why he would definitely throw his principles out the window, because these New Age Christians are like that. Throw all their, you know, all their beliefs, all their what is right and wrong out the window to make them not look bad in front of a group of people. I mean, whatever. If you mess up, you mess up. You take the hit, you take the L, you take it on the chin, and then move on. You don't have to just keep it going to make it, you know, like, oh, I don't want to admit it. It's stupid.
Lord, don't do what I say. Okay? You need to demonstrate that you are a believer. And by doing that, you need to be preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ.
All right. Here, let me get another palate cleanser. Like I said, I can't watch him for no longer than like 5 minutes. He's just such a bore to me. The only thing that ever keeps me going about him is that he's just like, you know, he's sexist. You know what I mean? He's a sexist dude.
Yo, what's up?
Where is she?
So I spent a little bit of a controversy today. Didn't really mean to. I'm gonna be really quiet because this whole place is like echoing right now. But let me get to the point.
Yeah.
See, I'm not gonna come.
I think it's weird that Shanny would even like, you know, be like cool with him, even though that he's so damn sexist. I guess she allows it as long as he doesn't say nothing about against Shanny.
Compromise on the word. When you're touching someone inappropriately.
What?
And you're married, according to God, according to the Bible, it's still adultery, if you want to spin it or not. Now, Gman, I'm sorry, you're compromising the word right now, but that's besides the point. Why did I do what I did? Why did I go after Fiona? Simple point. Hold on, someone is coming this way.
Was she like hiding in a garage?
All right. Boy, you can hear everything in the staircase. But anyway, simple point is this. Every Tuesday, you see Fiona and J.D. Kane and Dragna and a bunch of others doing nothing but insulting and hurting Christians. Specifically, my friend, Gman. Now, I have to say this. All of them, through the years, have done nothing but spin their own stories about how someone's mental state is, and how they feel about things.
I'll go look at that right now, Brett, because you shouldn't be.
Oh, they're crazy. They gotta be crazy. They gotta be completely insane. and they spin their story around and things. And just because Gman said it wasn't sexual harassment, if you looked at my video, I said it can be looked at as sexual harassment. There is quite a difference. But see, Fiona, she has to spin things, make things look evil, so she looks good. See? She needs to make herself look good all the time. And see, it's okay for people like Fiona and J.D. Kane and Dragnot to say whatever they want about anyone despite the consequences. Most of the time, Christians are silent about said things they say. Most of the Christians are silent. But when you say something about these guys, they're loud, they're brash, they're going to make as much noise as they possible so they can get an apology. Well, Fiona, guess what? I'm not going to apologize to you for this. Nope. You know why I'm not going to apologize to you for this? For the sheer reason, over the years, you have not apologized to one Christian over your criticizing and hurting of them. Over your spinning attacks, over your lies. See, quite recently, I've had a group of atheists lie about me because they saw me crying on camera. So they were like, oh no, this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening. And they spin their own story about what actually happened instead of realizing that I'm the type of person that sits in front of a camera and vents. God forbid me venting. I love this type of thing, to tell you the truth, because I just proven that Fiona, she didn't want to address the fact that she's been picking on Christians for years. She doesn't want to address one fact by that. She doesn't want to address the fact that her behavior as well has been extremely inappropriate toward others. See, when you're in America, you shouldn't be touching people's body parts. I'm sorry, that can be considered sexual harassment. And most Christians consider it adultery, and I'm not going to compromise the Bible on what it says. I'm not. Not one bit will I compromise that. Because Jesus Christ is Lord, if you haven't heard, Fiona. But see, you don't put Jesus Christ as Lord. You put J.D. Kane and Dragnot as Lord because they say they know science. How stupid are you, really? See, but everyone's going to be like, oh, poor Fiona, poor Fiona, poor Fiona. While, you have people like Dragnot and J.D. Kane fat shame me on a daily basis. Where were you sticking up for me for that, Fiona? Where were you sticking up for Christians? Where were you sticking up for Gman, who you felt up? Gman admitted you were touching him a lot. I think that implies feeling up. But he's just trying to be nice right now. And whatever. Gman can do whatever he wants. He's his own man right now. And I didn't lie about anything. I was just saying what I saw on camera. Like how you guys say what you saw on camera without knowing the full story about things. It's shocking to me. It's shocking to me how you guys can say whatever you want on camera about someone. You can hurt someone's feeling all you want, but when it's turned around on you, oh, they're the evil oppressor. And
Hey Brett, send me a friend request on the Discord, okay? There's things I'm doing with that.
Been silent with you guys for a really, really long time. I've left you guys alone. But then the other day I did go in and say, oh, look at a bunch of gossiping gossipers who like to gossip about people because they have no real life. And then, where were you, Fiona, when you were sticking up for me? Where were you sticking up for me, Fiona, when someone was dropping one fat joke or another fat joke over me, or talking about nasty stuff between me and Gman. Nothing have ever happened between me and Gman. Other than me asking him on my birthday, will you be my boyfriend? That's pretty much it that's happened between me and Gman. To tell you the truth. Now,
All right. I discovered I need to learn these. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, there might be some things that we need to work on in there, because I don't know. I think some stuff went down. Here. I think I'm gonna finish off. I want to finish this video with him, and then I want to get everybody together, and after my stream, and anybody who could voice, yeah, we should talk about this. So, but let me finish out with this video. Thank you guys, and please like and sub if you're not.
Okay. And then number 2, you need to be preaching against sin. But that's kind of hard to do it when you don't think there's anything wrong with it. And the more you allow them to add up and add up and add up and add up. Tell me something, Shanny. If Rap were to dump you tomorrow and throw you out on the street, right? How do you think all of us should respond to that? If that happened to you, what happened to you with Chris happens all over again. Like, how do you think YouTube should respond to that? Or are you going to say you don't care? Because that ain't what you said about a year and some change ago. I went through my situation. I found out who cares and who didn't when I got on here and I had to get emergency money to move. It wasn't just the Christians that showed up. A lot of atheists showed up with that. I was very surprised by that when I saw how much it was giving. Then I had Christians on here who who don't necessarily agree with me, who told me, look, I know we don't agree on whatnot, but take this, do what you want with it, and then tell her to take that that house and tell her what she can do with it. Because it was just evil, you know. But she got a bigger sin. Right now, Revelation News, if it's even possible for him to do this, needs to start questioning whether or not this woman actually loves him, or whether or not she loves his money. Rev is probably never going to hear me say that. So if you guys don't mind just asking Rev that question, like, I don't think Shanny has ever demonstrated that she actually loves the guy. And I'm just keeping it real. If I'm wrong, she should respond to it. She's not going to, but she should. But again, Shanny, I'm making this video, Shanny. Listen, you stop telling everybody that you got faith in Jesus Christ and you ain't showing it to nobody. You don't preach the gospel. You don't preach against sin. All you do is get high on here, cuss everybody out, and play video games. All right?
Well,
and then get mad when nobody wants to go and watch you.
Dude, you should have been doing something about that. It got worse because people like you knew it and you didn't do nothing.
Then you wonder why you only get like 5 views and 15 views for your videos, because nobody wants to watch that. Okay, if I want to watch somebody get high, I can go outside, go to the hood, and then I can go watch somebody doing it on the street or whatever, or in some house or whatever. I don't have to go on YouTube to watch somebody get high and learn about marijuana and smoking through a hookah or whatever that thing is that you got.
Smoke out the hookah.
Then Doc offered to feed and house you. Queg, 3 things on that. Number 1, I learned about that through Dragnet. Number 2, during that particular time, I didn't believe a word that was coming out of any Dragoon's mouth because they was laughing at my situation, and I'm dead serious about that. And then number 3, I don't believe nothing that comes out of that guy. Well, actually, I already said that. So I didn't believe in those guys. It was a Dragoon or whatever about the drag. And you know, I would never. I mean, obviously, I just got screwed over by somebody who was calling me who was calling themselves a Christian. You honestly think I was going to be trusting somebody named Doc? That wasn't going to happen ever. I saw who donated and who didn't donate, and I didn't see nothing from him as far as the donation went. Nothing. So he can talk. They can talk all he wants. That dude doesn't walk a lot, though. Shanny is going to destroy her lungs with all that smoking. Smoke from any source is bad. Even if she does not get cancer, she can end up with emphysema. No, you're right about that, Trevor 2000. You're right. Like I said, she could be dead by 40 the way she's going right now. Because eventually the marijuana that she's smoking isn't going to be strong enough. And she's going to try to get a stronger dosage or a more concentrated dosage, I would say. You know what I mean? And eventually somebody's going to mix it the wrong way or something like that. She's going to end up in the ground if she continues that particular lifestyle. So Shanny, if you're watching this, Shanny, please stop telling the audience that you're a Christian. Why don't you just call yourself Shanny is me again, or say Shanny is something else or whatever. But woman, you don't know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, because if you did, you will be denying yourself. You will be picking up your cross and you will be following Jesus. Nothing on that YouTube channel suggests that you're doing that. Well, G-Man, my channel is not a ministry channel, ma'am. Even if it wasn't a ministry channel, you know, Christianity is not a set of rules. It is a lifestyle, and we just don't see it on your channel. We just don't. And just imagine me coming to you while you're high, saying, "Shanny, could you pray for me? I'm going through a really rough time right now." You're like,
"That's funny shit."
Come on. I don't think she's legally married to Rev. I think she's walking around with a ring. I don't think she's legally married to Rev. As a matter of fact, what a lot of you need to understand is Rev's family doesn't even know where he is. They have one family member that I told to his face where they are. Because when they left, they left abruptly. Like they didn't even cut their ACs off. They just got their bags and just left. You know what I mean? The family don't even know where he is, except for that one uncle, and that's it. Nobody knows where he is. If anything happens to him, whether it's her fault, listen to me, guys. If anything happens to him, whether it's her fault or not, that's gonna look very suspicious to the police. I just don't know. That's why I'm not worried about going to court with her or anything like that. I'm really not. You know, if she wants me to go to court, I'm gladly gonna go. Trust me. This mouth I got, please. I will gladly go. My eyes have seen things I should have never seen. Let me see. Trevor 2000, she was hysterical and gloated about outwitting the Scranton Police Department. I think she has a lot of loose ends at the moment, and it is apparently obvious. It's apparently quite stressful. She can't go back to Scranton. I know she can't. I know she can't. Those guys are gonna, as soon as she comes back and goes to the police station, I'm getting a phone call. Trust me. Trust me on that. I'm gonna know when she's out there. She can't go. Rev can go back there. That neighborhood loves him. Can't say the same thing about her though. Can't say the same thing about her. Some people think that she's a couple of cards short of a deck of cards. Especially when they were watching all the video responses that she was making, because a lot of people saw them things out there. A lot of them. I don't think she's legally married to Rev. There's no evidence for that. There's no evidence that they're legally married at all. But you guys thought I was lying when I told you about the will. All of you thought I was lying about that. When Revelation News, basically, because Revelation News suffers from depression. That's why he was drinking a lot. And he wrote a will.
Oh, they in a three-way relationship? Well, you know what? A lot of people have thought that. You know what? Being with Shanny, there's a three-way relationship already. But you know, he's too G-man to have any relationship before. I mean, I don't know if you saw before my what do you call it? My $5 donation where she said G-man gave her the the best dick. You know, she admitted to me that they had like a little fling that didn't work out. But G-man didn't have the money that Rev did, so I would definitely say no. But she did admit to me that they had some sort of something at one point. But thanks for your question.
I called them up. I was like, hey, Shanny, did you know that? Because one of the things that I was supposed to do when I went there was to organize the papers and put everything into one spot. Now, there's nothing there but her papers. It's like maybe 2 tables, a couple of chairs, and the papers. It's literally, that house is just nothing. There's nothing there. So on the phone, I was like, I got something to tell you. You know, there's a will here? She was like, a will? And I said, matter of fact, she didn't know a lot of stuff was there. I was calling her up on. And I was like, there's a will here saying that he's leaving all of his earthly possessions to the Salvation Army. Now, not only does that will still exist, she told me to rip it up, and I thought about that for a while. Nope. When she goes to the house, the will is still there. It's mingled with all them other papers, and I have a copy of it too. I have a copy of the will. I have a copy of a lot of things. So, because I'm anticipating going to court with her, and they better be married when we get there. Because if we don't, this woman gave something pretty big to me without this man's permission. And she's the one who put me through all of that. She's gonna have to pay for that. So, Rev is probably afraid to cross her since he has to depend on her and does not have the help of family. Well, all of his family is over here. I'm sorry, not over here. Is in PA, but they're all the way in Colorado. You know what I mean? So, well, actually, I can't say over here. I'm in the East Coast. They're on the West Coast. So. And like I said, I met the uncle. He was like, "Who are you? Why are you in his house?" You know what I mean? And once again, I'm not stupid. I know what the neighborhood I was in. Hey, Rev, your uncle's standing right here. He's asking me a lot of questions. You know.
Hey guys, I'll say this: if you're a mod in here, and someone only needs to be blocked if they are not respecting the terms of service or my rules. I have rules, 3 rules below on the chat. You know, which is just no doxing and stay on topic and that's it. Don't disrespect the guests, and that's really it. But if everyone's being cool, this is very a neutral zone. So if everyone's being cool, then they can talk. Okay, only if they are, violating those violations. Because I just won't have it. Oh, thank you, Kai. What's up?
But I'm gonna tell you where she ultimately messed up. She told the police. Now that we're gonna talk about this a little bit, she told the police that I was a squatter. She told them right there when I was standing by the police officers.
Really?
While she was on the phone, she told them that I was a squatter.
She told the police that you were a squatter? That's really interesting. Wow.
And the police officer called her a liar right in front of me. He didn't do it on the phone, but he called her a liar, mainly because she knew I was there. In order for me to be a squatter, she would have to know that she would have to not know that I was there. And there's too much evidence to suggest the lies. That's why she didn't want to go to court. That's why she kept making all the videos talking about how the lawyer was going to be her ex-boyfriend and all this other stuff and whatnot. And she's a native of PA. A lot of them laws are relevant to her because she messed up in a lot of ways. Y'all just don't know. Yes, the relationship is toxic. They have both been in a series of toxic relationships. I think Rev's relationship with Nadia. I'm sorry, Phi Odor. What do you mean relationship with Nadia? Wasn't exactly healthy either. What do you mean by that? He had a relationship with Nadia? Phi Odor? Did Revelation News have a romantic relationship with Nadia? What are you talking about, like a friendship? I'm gonna wait for this answer. This is interesting because I saw some photos of Nadia in a very different way when I was over there. Those are some of the photos. Do I have a copy of it? I think I have a copy of one of the photos. I might be deleting that because they're here. All right, so you ain't got an answer for that. I didn't know that they had when you say relationship, are you talking about romantic or are you talking about friendship? Faldor, I don't understand why he gave her so much money and wanted Nadia to convert to Christianity so bad as well. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I know why. I know why he wanted her to convert to Christianity, because he wanted her to be saved. He wanted Nadia to be saved. I don't think he had a romantic interest in Nadia or not like that. As far as why he gave her so much money, I don't know. I didn't know nothing about that, to be honest. I thought that other atheists were giving her money. Her money. How come, Gman, you never criticized Shanny for smoking, playing video games all day, and not being a good Christian before she was kicking you out of the house? Well, first of all, I was getting on her case about how much she was smoking over the phone. This wasn't doing it the way I'm doing it right now. I was doing it over the phone. We were talking about it. She made a video asking me to get on her about the cussing, and I made a video about that too while I was living there. She has been acting like this since she moved to Colorado. And to be honest, I use a little bit of wisdom with that too. I recognize who quote unquote gave me a house. I recognize that, and I know how people are. I understand human nature. So the only problem with that is, see, if me and her didn't have the arrangement that we had, and I didn't bring a U-Haul there and moved in there and brought furniture and all that stuff there and whatnot and moved all my things in there and fixed everything, I think I would have just raged a couple of times in a couple of videos and then left the topic alone. But she was trying to publicly embarrass me by trying to say that I was this scrub bum, and I was like, a scrub bum? All you do is sit on your butt all day playing video games, honey. I don't got time for that. All right? I'm not going to boast and brag about what I do every day because I honestly want to keep my privacy to myself. Like I said, I do a lot more than just... As a matter of fact, I haven't even played my game in like about 9 days now. But I did learn a lot from this situation. I'll tell you one thing. I know who's genuine on here, and I know who's lying through their teeth. That's for sure. Somebody comes in my room, Jimmy, I think you're all right person. excuse me, when I was going through my difficult time and everything and whatnot, and what were you saying about me online? Because I can actually play the video if you want. I know who's fake and
Her
who's full of it
YouTube
on here,
channel
and I
was
know
the
who
name?
isn't. So
Oh, what, Shanny's?
it was a learning experience for me, that is for sure.
Okay. Rev was trying to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that, David. I remember that. Yeah, because Rev would be like, "Yeah, Nadia." I do remember this, bro. I do remember that. I just didn't know about like the the details of it. Hello, Janelle. What's up? Never
But
a dull
anyway,
moment here, folks.
Again, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Shanny, you
Never a
need to
dull
repent.
moment.
You're probably not going to, because you probably don't think you need to repent. In Matthew chapter, what was that? Matthew chapter
Foods.
I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Hold on. Do I even have this on this phone? Give me a second, ladies and gents. I'm really on that big of a rush. I mean, this is my Marked by God channel.
Jensen
And,
Woman's. Dang, he's sexist.
I don't know what my phone is. I have the app on it. I got a Bible over here. Every time I come to this house, they never have a Bible here. Is it Matthew 4 or is it Matthew 5? I think it's in Matthew chapter 4. Jesus, after he was tempted in the wilderness, began, I think, was it before or after? I think it was after he was tempted in the wilderness, he began his ministry and he said, repent for the kingdom of God is at hand. Okay? If Shanny, if you don't believe that you need to repent, try to live as long as you possibly can. Because when you stand in front of Jesus, he ain't gonna want to get high with you. He ain't gonna want to sit down and play no video games with you. He ain't gonna want to sit down with you and listen to your lame brain excuses. He's gonna ask you one question and one question only. Okay? Why didn't you repent? There is no second chances, none of those things after that. You can continue to get on here and try to fake everybody on here like you're a Christian and whatnot, and continue to destroy Revelation News' ministry while claiming to love him all you want. But you need to repent. You need to repent. She's been acting like this since she's moved to Colorado. Like I said, according to Shanny, she's got money. She can do whatever she wants. I like to see that Bible verse, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Some of us figured she moved so Rev's relatives could not come by at the house to visit and figure out what was going on. I'll take it a step further because that's an interesting theory. When I was over there, one of the neighbors told me that they saw Rev when he went outside and whatnot, and then they saw Shanny and her kids and whatnot. No, I'm sorry. They saw Shanny kids. They saw Shanny's kids. And one of the neighbors was telling me that she wasn't really social, and that what was the other thing? That she wasn't really social, which is not against the law, by the way. She wasn't really being social. She never really came out the house. She always stayed in the house. And Rev always referred to all of them as being his family. And these neighbors, they just checked on him because they understood what he was going through. It wasn't like a secret. Like the whole neighborhood knew what he was going through. So, but as far as I know, nobody in his family knows where he is except for his uncle. That's why people need to keep monitoring what is going on in that house with those two, because if something happens to him, somebody needs to contact one of his family members. And if necessary, I have a means of getting a hold of some of them. I have phone numbers, but I haven't really called nobody yet. I'm just waiting to go to court. That's what I'm waiting to do. Because I already know what she's going to do. I already know what she's going to try to say, and I got a pretty good idea what she's going to try to argue. So I'm just preparing for all of that right now. I already know what she's going to try to argue. But that's if she makes it past the Scranton police, because she broke a couple of laws by constantly calling them. And this is something else that somebody needs to let them know. They're going to condemn that place if they don't go back there soon. One thing about that state, man, they better make sure they better be making sure they're paying those taxes and that they're keeping up with that house, because they're in a house with a lot of politicians and a lot of upper class people. And when that house falls apart, it devalues the other houses in the neighborhood. I'm telling you, they need to get back over there and take care of their business. One of the suspicious things that I noticed when I was living there was when she said that the bill was too high. I think she said it was a $200 electric bill, even though she had the ACs on for like 4 months and didn't tell nobody that and whatnot. And she says I was being irresponsible, and then she cut the lights off. Now I'm gonna talk here a little bit about, because none of this is significant to me or the case or anything like that and whatnot. So she was like she gonna cut the lights off and whatnot. She cut them off. I don't think you guys know this, but right now over there's no light and there's no water on there.
Wow.
want y'all to think about this a minute. If I wanted to be a quote unquote squatter, I can go back there now for sure. There's no lights and there's no water. The water's off. I don't think she knows that. I had to tell them to cut the water off because there was a water main break and I certainly wasn't going to fix it. That wasn't going to happen. So I was on my way out of there. I think 2 days before I finally moved out of there. That's when it happened, I think 2 days. And that's when I moved out of there. No, it wasn't 2 days. It was about a week because I had to melt snow to get water, which was an interesting experience. Because my neighbor was looking at me like I was crazy. Why didn't you just ask me for water? Because like I said, they think that she's... First thing I'm gonna tell the judge to do. Judge, Your Honor, before we start this proceeding, could you give her a blood test? That's the first thing I'm gonna say. Like, can you give her a blood test? Man, make her do a pee test? Hey, I don't want to talk to nobody under the influence. So let's figure she moved. So Reg Wellington, okay, I saw that already. What was I gonna say about that? Yeah, I mean, technically anybody can become a squatter. If I'm on the street and go in there now and claim that house is theirs, because again, there's nothing in there except for a couple of tables and I think that TV's still there. I don't think I threw that thing. Yeah, TV's still there, and all the papers are still there. So I've never seen somebody with so much junk. Those guys were like some what do you call them people? Hoarders. They were hoarding a lot of things, man. Got a lot of junk there. A lot of junk. A lot of junk. Lots and lots of junk. And even the neighbor was telling me about that big hole that was in the kitchen floor. I had to pay like 2 people to come over there and fix. Let's see. She has been. Some of us figured. But I almost lost my mind when that lawyer told me, "Oh, you got about a 40% chance of winning, and even if she didn't sell or nothing." And then he told me why, and then I was like, "Nope, that's all right. We're not going to do it." But I have a 60% chance of getting any money that she owes me. I have a way better chance of doing that. But honestly, that house is nothing. You know what I mean? I think that her biggest concern is her health. If she keeps smoking weed on the level that she's smoking it, we're going to be planning funeral services for her because she's going to be dead. You know what I mean? She's right? Going to have a cardiac arrest or something in her body is not going to be working. She's already not a healthy person. She doesn't take care of her body, and now she's smoking all of that weed. You know, normally weed makes you lose a lot of weight. A lot of people out here that smoke weed that was big, and now they're bony like that. You know what I mean? It makes them eat a lot. It speeds up their metabolism or whatever, from what I hear. But I don't see none of that happening with her, though.
Exactly.
Like I said, I don't hate Shanny. I passed that stage because I was definitely on that level of hating her behind when all that stuff started happening. I don't hate Shanny. A lot more calmer than I was before. And the fact that I was able to leave comments now 2 days in a row on her YouTube channel shows progress. Because I didn't want to leave no comments. I wanted to leave something else, but it wasn't no comments. You gotta believe that. I was hot when all this stuff started happening. Then I did some digging, I did some investigating, and now I know why she took it. I know the real reason. And there's about 2 of them. One of them is a vicious lie rumor that's going around, which I'm seriously thinking about just ripping the heart out of that individual and then selling it on the street for 25 cents. Wow. And then and I'm seriously
they don't realize that like all these things are actual threats. They can get in trouble for that. I don't want to rip the part on this. Okay.
Thinking about doing that. And then number 2, but I have to forgive that person too, because I know one thing that certain somebody can't tell me. I think I'm Christian better than everybody else. I'll never hear that garbage again, that's for sure. Then there's the financial issues. Like I said, they lost $125,000 in the stock market. I know that because she told me on the phone. I'm a horrible person, Gman. Mind you, I'm not in the stock market. I don't know nothing about the stock market. I'm a horrible man, Gman. I'm sorry, horrible woman. I'm a horrible woman. We losing all this money in the stock market. Now I can't buy anything no more. I had to like show her up. My dumb behind should have been like that was a writing on the wall when I heard that one.
That is great.
Don't deal with her. We all knew, and we saw her video giving you the house that it was going to go wrong. Yeah, and honestly, that is the my lowest moment here on YouTube. It ain't that chocolate atheist thing. This is definitely taking the cake on here with me being that stupid. It's embarrassing. That right there is embarrassing. That right there, you know, I don't got a paper bag to show you guys Yeah, you guys want to see the shoes I'm gonna be running in a marathon with? I don't got a paper bag here to put over my head. That's what I feel like doing when I think about it. These are the sneakers I'm gonna be wearing when I run a marathon. These are the sneakers I'm gonna be wearing. I run a marathon on Sunday. They're strong, but you know what? These things are kind of heavy. So it's either gonna be these or it's gonna be these. So these sneakers are much lighter and they feel like paper, but like I said, we'll see. I should go ask Shanny for some advice since I'm a scrub bum and everything and whatnot. So I should go ask her some advice on how to run one of them things since I'm such a bum and everything. I got my theories on why. Oh, I'm sorry. And the third theory is I think that she wanted to get with me, and I said no. I definitely believe that's part of it.
Dude, you did get with her. Why are you still trying to like spin this back? You did. Don't try to, she told me several times, and I think you let it slip once. So that's just funny. Like, just stop.
So it was just a lot of suspicious things going on and whatnot that I was never okay with. And the reason why I say suspicious is because I don't want to accuse her of certain things that I can't prove. Like there's a lot of things right here I can say, but no way in the world I can prove any of it. So there ain't no point of talking about it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Anyway, guys.
If you're a Christian, please pray that Shanny's eyes will be opened and she will stop.
And if for anything else, you're gonna be burning in hell.
No. I need running shoes. And I do need some ankle support too, so I don't want to break my ankle.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, yeah, pray for Shanny, guys. When you're praying, I want to ask God to help her, get off the substance abuse and do whatever He needs to do to get her off of it. Actually, Shanny is a very intelligent person. It's a shame that she makes such bad decisions about her life. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later. All right, intelligent. All right. In what way? Before I leave, I want to talk about that. In what way are you talking about? Are you talking about like with common sense? Are you talking about like because I understand that she's good at psychology. Well, between good and average at psychology, and she's like there are certain topics that she's good at. Yeah. So. Have bath salts ready. Oh, I hear you, Fido. I totally hear you. Talk to you guys later. God bless.
Man, that was a lot to get through. He's just too much, folks. All right, here, let me palate cleanser this, and then that'll be it.
Foods.
Foods. It's like I don't know what's going on in anyone's whatever. I really stay out of people's dramas, and I try my best. Not perfect, but just don't bring it here. I mean, if people have drama with people, like I don't know, and I'm a neutral party. I come here to have fun. If people want to have fun, and if people want to be cool, that's it. That's all I ask. Anything else, I don't. I'm not really foods. Foods. Okay, that's what I am. I am foods. Thank you. Thanks, Justice. I am foods. We don't want drama. We want foods. Right, Shanny? Foods? Shanny? Foods?
Bread, beans. Foods.
Foods. Foods. Foods.
Oh, your touch feels good.
Yeah? Why don't you ask your son how his touch felt? Wasn't good. Man.
People are mean.
Yeah, like child abusers. All right. That is it. That is it for tonight. Yeah, so we will do some other things. I have some other ideas coming up, and now you guys said you want to hear a part 2. We will have a part 2, and that's fine. I will set that up. So look out for that. I'll see you guys in a bit. Become a member of our crazy family community. And that's it. Become a member, like, subscribe. Please leave the drama at the door. This is a drama-free zone, and I don't keep up with the bullcrap because it's just, life is hard enough. So on that note, like the stream. I'll see you later. Love yous. Thanks for coming, and thank you, David and Carrie. I appreciate it. And foods.